Hi everyone, thank you for listening, and thank you to the listeners that have expressed how these messages help them. They seem to bring the right information at the right time to lift them up. So thank you for the feedback, I really appreciate it, and I'm so happy you find comfort in the energy of the words. Please like and subscribe so you receive the channelings directly in your box when I upload them. Today, Archangel Michael has a message for us, and I hope his words bring you hope and peace. I know he's got me reflecting and thinking a lot. But first, I pulled an angel card, and it all ties into what Michael says. So here, this is the angel card, a fresh start. The period of difficulties that you have been going through are coming to an end, and now is the time for a new beginning in your life. Take up any opportunities that present themselves to you now, however small or insignificant they may seem, as you will soon find that they are more important than you think and are leading you to a time of self-renewal and future contentment. And the quote on the card is, if you want to start living and make a fresh start, simply call on your angels, then follow your heart. It's very apropos to the message that Michael sends today. So now I will start. The transmission starts like this. Hello everyone, I am Archangel Michael. I am glad to be here today. I wanted to bring you a message of hope and faith. We seem to be having a hard time being patient with our hope and faith, believing that things are going to get better and improve. I'm here today to tell you they will. We are coming into the end of the year, coming into the holidays, which sometimes are very stressful for people, or they can be very wonderful for people, or they can be mixed. But the end of the year signifies that this year is completing and we have done all we can do for this year. So reflect back on the year and see what the year was like for you. Did good things happen? Was it prosperous? Did what you planned to do this year turn out? Were there illnesses? Did the year take a turn? Did things not turn out the way you thought they would? Did you get a job or lose a job? I believe this year everyone's path changed quite a bit. Think back to where you were in January and where you are today. Did you expect to be where you are at this point in time? Or is it a bit of a surprise? Has your life changed a lot? Maybe your job has changed, or your lifestyle. Maybe your eating habits have changed. Maybe you met someone. Are you living a healthier lifestyle? Maybe you found spirituality this year. Maybe you are teaching people about spirit. The ascension energies were very strong and still are. And they are teaching us, they are taking us to new places. And they are changing our lives for the better. It may not feel like it, but it is. A slower way of living, eating better, getting rid of stress, being there more for our loved ones, looking at the simpler side of life, getting rid of complications. That's what we are doing with these new energies and going on down our paths. Things may not have seemed easy this year because of changes, but look back at the year and see what changes you have made. Are you simplifying your life? Are you getting healthier? Are you exercising? Are you looking at the food you eat, and is it nourishing your body? Have you had an illness that forced you to change your lifestyle? Did you take a job that was less stressful so you could enjoy life more? Have you moved to a new area that is more conducive to the way you feel and the way you want to live? Have you started enjoying your days more and being grateful for the small things? Have you started thinking more about how to take better care of yourself and reduce the stress and the heaviness life can put on you? It's good to be aware of all these things. It is good to be aware that we are awakening in many ways. We are awakening to things in life that are not pleasant and to things that are not working. And now is the time to look at our lives and decide what is not working and how we can make it better. How can we help others? How can we be an example of good living, healthy living, and handling stress and all the maladies of life in a good way? With the holidays coming, we have a tendency to think about what truly matters in our lives. It is a time to make decisions on how we are going to start the new year and how to be better, to be more effective, to help other people, and to make the changes for us to live a better life. And a better life doesn't mean more money, a bigger house, or a bigger car. Living a better life is opening up our heart and deciding what we need to change in our life. What extremes do we live in? What tension do we live in? Is there another job we'd like to have that doesn't just pay the bills, but it's something we really enjoy? How can we find abundance in our lives without being stressed out about it? Is it time to get rid of the big house and get a smaller house to get the bills paid and start living in a more balanced way? Do we spend time thinking about Mother Nature and the blue skies and just enjoying being outside for a few minutes every day? Do we get angry throughout the day? Can we change how we experience things? I'm sure traffic is a trigger. Is there a way to handle it better? Maybe change routes? Leave at a different time? Or just think about how you can reduce the stress in your life. We don't have to live with so much stress. You can't always avoid stress, but today, think of ways how you can lessen the stress. Take a different attitude. Avoid it or get rid of it. We are coming into the time of year when we need to reflect and to think where we are and where we are going and how we can change things. Parents need to be good role models for their children and help them see where the tension and stress is in their lives so they can learn how to handle it the right way. This is the time of year to sit and reflect and think of what we want to do different in the new year. How can we improve our lives in a more positive way? And I'm not talking about money or material goods. It's about the inside of ourselves. What difference can we make in the world? What can you add to it? How can you help others? How can we make a positive footprint on this planet? What didn't we do this year that we can do next year? Something meaningful. Starting next year, talk to your guides and angels more. Sit down and say a prayer more often. Call on me to come in. I'll help you with your problems. I'll hear you calling me. Ask your guides and angels for direction. Talk to them where you are going and how you can get there. Meditate, have a quiet moment, and listen to the little voice within yourself. And see what changes you make. Listen to your heart and figure out truly what you want and where you want to go. Write them down, light a candle, and give them up to Spirit. Ask Spirit to help you over the next year, to help you accomplish your goals. The goals need to be well thought out and specific. This is the time of year to stop and think and plan before the hubbub of the holidays begins. Find a quiet moment in the next few weeks and reflect. Talk to Spirit and just listen. Find the peace in your heart. Find your hope and faith once again. Be the change. Let your light shine. I am Archangel Michael. Thank you. That's the end of his message this time. I hope you found it helpful. I know right now with the current energies, it is very, very difficult time for all of us as well as emotional. I feel it just like everybody else does. I'm not immune. Many of us feel our lives are chaotic and we don't see the way forward. Right now it's kind of foggy for all of us to see the path forward, but we got to keep putting one foot in front of another and keep going. This is all going to change. Right now we're in Mercury retrograde and it's about to end on the 20th, thank goodness. We'll still have 2 weeks of shadow period, but at least Mercury will be going forward slowly but surely, and the energy will change. And the eclipses are going to start soon. So the end of the year in January, we have eclipses coming in, so that will change all of our lives again. A lot of the new energy is starting to come in and will continue to come in after Mercury retrograde. So new energy will be ushered into 2020. You are all in my prayers. I pray for everyone all the time, and I love doing these channelings because I just know that they help someone out there who needs to hear the word